Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. For today's video, I'm going to take you on a quick POV drive of this 2023 Genesis G70 2.0 Sport Prestige. And I think you guys heard me right. As always, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, looking at the outside of the 2023 G70, I know what you're thinking. I said it as well when I first saw this vehicle. I'm like, this is a 2.0 Sport Prestige. Now, of course, they didn't make it for 2022. Now, Genesis did offer a sport pack on the 2.0 for the 2019 launch year, but now they did bring it back, which I think is a nice touch. As you can see, it does have the new key fob design like the other 2022 G70 videos. See, the paint job has the full LED headlights. And of course, you get the blackened trim exterior on the outside around the grille surrounds, the wider air intakes. Now, it's funny, my friend of mine actually has one of these. He got a 22 regular Prestige 2.0, and he did point out that the grille is actually a little bit smaller with the sport package. Of course, you do have these lovely 19-inch rims right there, the Michelin tires. You got a little vent right there on the side, which is a nice touch. Keyless entry for the front door handles. You do have a moonroof up top. This is your window sticker right there. You can see it's about $47,000. Now, compared to the previous generation, that's about the previous model year for 2022, that's about nearly a $2,000 upcharge with the more sporty appearance. You do have a couple of touches on the inside, which I'll touch on in a minute. You can see around the back, you do have your single exit dual exhaust on that side, the passenger side of the vehicle. Everything else is about the same. Rear diffuser is the same as well. You have just under 11 cubic feet of space when you open the tailgate. All-weather mats. And you do have a temporary spare. You use the handle right there to close the tailgate. Trunk releases right there. And of course, one other thing to point out, you do have your reverse lights down there. Now let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what's under it. Now, of course, with the G70, you have one of two engines. This is the base model engine right here, base engine offering. It is a 2.0 zero turbo, 252 horses, 273 pound-foot of torque. Miles per gallon is 20 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 23 combined. It is connected to a 8-speed automatic transmission to all four wheels. Now, of course, you can get a 3.3-liter twin turbo as well, with 368 horsepower and 376 pound-foot of torque. But this is the base engine offering in the G70. We're going to check out the back seats. One other thing to mention as well is that when you look at the packaging or the options for 2023, so you have the base model, and then now you have this Sport Prestige replacing the regular Prestige, and then you have the base 3.3, 3.3 Advanced Sport, and Sport Prestige 3.3 at the top of the food chain. Opening the rear seat accommodations, we're going to check out my frame at 5'6". You can see once I get in, I have about an inch of legroom. Mind you, I have the seat a little bit far back for a typical 5'6" person, and I have about an inch of headroom. You have a USB port right there, which is a nice touch. You can move the front seats right there, the backrest, as well as the bottom support if you're just getting in the back seats for better adjustability. You got two cup holders, some LED illumination up top, some map pockets. But we're gonna go ahead and check out the cockpit of the 22 G70. Once you open the door, you can see with the sport pack, you do get the red stitching as well as the red seat belts right there. Automatic window controls with 2-person memory. You have a forward lumbar support power seat, backrest and bottom support, and a power tilt telescoping steering wheel. Your trunk release, you have your gas tank as well as cluster illumination. Hopping into the G70. Now, I did do a review on the G70, the 22 about twice, so I'm not going to really cover everything. You guys can go ahead and look at that video, but you have your light stock on that side, and the same 3-spoke design steering wheel with the red stitching around it, which is a nice touch. You have your half partial LCD display right there. RPM side is LCD as well as the center screen right there. Toggle through your headings, put your speed up, engine temperature. If you hold that down right there, you can add other various vehicle features you want to put in your center screen. Let's go ahead and leave up the speedo. But you have your telematics displays on this side, as well as your adaptive cruise control with lane keeping assist on this side. Of course, the head-up display is optional when you get the Sport Prestige 3.3. Looking at the center console, the 10.25-inch display right there, which is new for the 2022 model year, includes a lot more feedback. And of course, you have navigation. We are going to try a quick navigation test. I have to say, it's very quick and responsive. It doesn't have the latest graphics, but I do have to say that Hyundai, Genesis, Kias,
to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
They have a pretty quick and easy to use navigation system right there. Nice cancel button in case you make a mistake. Going back to your home menu right there, the new graphics, you got your maps, your phones, phone projections as well. So we are going to try out a quick Apple CarPlay connectivity with my iPhone. So we're going to hit allow. Next. Okay. Then you hit Apple CarPlay right there. We're going to try a quick audio test out.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict. Do I gotta have it? I ain't even playing.
As you can see, the Lexicon speaker system is pretty good. It has pretty good quality and has more than enough speakers around the interior to give you a nice bass tone. Now I'm plugging the Apple CarPlay connectivity. You have a valet mode. You have your HD radio. Of course, you got sounds of nature. If you just want to turn off the music and just enjoy, I mean, this is the best way too. One other thing to point out too, let me show you the sounds of nature again. This is how you control the Lexicon sound system, how you want the sound to sound on the interior. Now, my personal preference would be the on stage, where it has a nice bit of bass and it'll really bring out the sound and audio into the cabin very good, as well as maximize the outside noise around you. Vehicle setups for your navigation, your drive mode. Of course, you got a custom mode, so you can change how you want the powertrain, steering, as well as the all-wheel drive system. A coasting function, active sound design to try on the road, welcome sounds and lights, etc. Now looking down here, you do have shortcut buttons to make everything a little bit more streamlined and easy. So you got your volume with your push button start on this side, tune knob, map, navigation, your radio for AM, FM, and Sirius XM rewinding radio, media functions where your phone integrations, a programmable favorite button, setup, and you do have a dual zone climate control right underneath it. Now with the Sport Prestige 2.0 for 2023, a couple of additional things that you do get. You do get cool seats, which you couldn't get in the regular Prestige for 2022 2.0, and you also get this nice aluminum trim right there. You have dual zone climate control, and then down here you have a 12-volt outlet, the USB port, and a Qi wireless charging pad. We'll try that out. Boom. See, it's charging right now. And then of course you have your gear shifter down here where you push for park, put into reverse to get the backup camera, pull all the way down for drive, light up for neutral. You have your drive mode selection right there. So you toggle this way for Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, as well as a custom mode. Sport Plus is new for 2022 and 23 model years. This is how you get your backup camera to come on, auto hold, as well as a parking brake. Have some more storage for your USB port, a auto dimming mirror with a garage door opener, and you got a full powered moonroof up top, sunglass holder, flanked with LED illumination. Of course, you do have your mirror right there. How y'all doing? I hope you guys are liking this video. But we're gonna go ahead and take the 23 G70 for a quick drive and see how she does. All right, we're setting off in the 2023 Genesis G70. Now we're starting on this comfort mode, which is the default mode when you turn on the vehicle. Now, of course, in this new Sport Prestige 2.0 version, I did a couple of different changes from the trim right here around the interior. Got the new aluminum trim, cool seats, and you do have the red stitching throughout the interior with the red seat belts, which all of are nice touches for the 23 model year. Of course, this has the 2.0 turbo with 252 horses and 273 pound-feet of torque. So we're going to check it out in comfort mode and see how good of a luxury car the G70 is. Of course, you got the full suite of safety features in the G70, from your lane keeping assist with steering assist, and you also have adaptive cruise, automatic emergency braking. I personally feel like Genesis should have added the Sport Prestige 2.0 a while back for 22, I think, because I think it was a nice like entry level. If you want like the sporty design, but you don't particularly need the fast acceleration of the 3.3, and you want a little bit better fuel economy, I feel like this is the best option and provides both worlds in the one little package. Now, if you're keeping score with the fuel economy, it is rated at 20 city, 28 highway, and 23 combined, compared to the 3.3, which is rated at 20 combined flat in the best of worlds. That's about 3 miles per gallon better. But I have to say, though, honestly, that you probably should go for the 3.3 if you want the acceleration, the pull, and the feel. But if you don't mind sacrificing a little bit of the acceleration for a little bit better fuel economy, then I recommend this. This is the perfect commuter vehicle if you're trying to get from point A to point B, take a luxury ride. And especially with these gas prices right now, the 3.3 is a little bit more of a thirsty beast compared to this one right here. But nothing compares to the pull of that 3.3. You got the new active exhaust, get the burbles on the upshifts. But as a luxury car, the car is very smooth, it's quiet. And of course, the visibility out the front, rear, and the sides are good. No obstructions of the view. Even looking out the back, you can see out very clearly. Of course, I got the cool seats going. I have to say though, I really like the design of the G70 with the facelift. Now, to be honest, it did take me a minute to get used to it, especially like if you're looking at it in white colors, when you like lighter colors, except the exception of silver, where it looks like it kind of has like a big forehead. But other than that, I like the design of it, especially like in the darker colors with the dark wheels. Makes it almost look like the Batmobile. Now, I have to say though, originally I was going to test drive a 22 2.0 Prestige, but honestly I'm glad I waited, because I mean now you got this Sport Prestige look, and I think it's the better package, just like comparable to the M Sport package of a BMW 330, or even with the C300 with the AMG line. I'm glad Genesis brought this back again. Let's see if we can make the light. We're gonna go ahead and hit this back road and test out the performance. Oh, whoa. We're gonna test the performance of the 22 G70. 23, my bad. Now, of course, when you toggle the drive mode selection, you are immediately with Sport. And then you also have a Sport Plus. which I have to admit though, after driving my fair share of G70s, that the Sport Plus is pretty aggressive. We're going to try a quick little launch control. So of course, enable launch control, you have to turn off everything, stability. Come to quick stop. Brake gas. Let it rev. Ooh. Now it's about 60 miles an hour. Now I felt about like a 6.2 second 0 to 60, right around 6-second range. So I would say it's about average. It's nothing that will blow your mind away. When you compare it to like a BMW, which it does in about 5.3, or a Mercedes is about 5.7 to 5.5, depending on the day. I have to say that this one isn't bad. It's more than enough power on a daily use, but if you really want to hit the gas mileage projections, then definitely this is the one to get. Paddle shift mode is pretty good as well. Now, one gripe I do have with it is that, of course, when you come to a complete stop, obviously it'll go back in the drive, and I just wish it was a little bit more engaging. I'm going to try one more acceleration where I'm just going to floor it. Oh. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and floor it. So you got to stand still and you just floor it. A little turbo lag. That's about 60. And of course, when Genesis did the facelift of this G70, more so for the sport models specifically, they did improve the transmission shifting and response time, which is a lot more aggressive and responsive. And at times, I can honestly say it's a little bit too much, if I'm really being honest. Now going around the back roads, you can feel like, compared to the 3.3, the 3.3 has a lot of pull, but you can definitely feel the weight of it. I do like the turning of the 2.0 better. Feel it ride that torque wave right there. Downshift. We're gonna go ahead and throw it back into comfort. As we get into our final destination, what do I think about the 2023 G70 2.0? Now, I honestly have to say, though, it is a nice offering, what it has, and for the price point compared to other rivals like the Germans or even the Japanese, which are, at this point, getting a little bit on the outdated side. But this one provides a nice bit of balance, performance, as well as options. You, of course, have the full adaptive cruise control settings right there. And, of course, it is very easy to use. Of course, you got the full suite of lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, big 10.25-inch display, and a nice exterior design that's unique. Now, when you compare it to German vehicles where they have the one-size-fits-all design philosophy, it's not bad, but honestly, if you drive like the top of the line vehicle and someone's like, oh, this is a nice entry level car, you get a little bit offended by that. But with Genesis, they have their own identity and all of their vehicles look very special. It has a lot of styling cues from more upscale vehicles. But overall, the feel and the quality of the G70 is very good. And after being on sale since 2019, there's very small like changes I think they could make to the vehicle overall, like specifically a full digital dashboard. Now I know they do have the Korean one that they can put on a pre-facelift, but that is something I would like to see on the other versions. But besides that, and that's basically about it. Oh, and some nice ambient lighting like the other ones, and probably a technological improvement overall of the vehicle, the automatic parking and etc. But that's all I can honestly say that I would like to see different with the 23 G70. But of course, this is going to be the last G70 that's going to be internal combustion engine, and of course for the next generation, which should be debuting for the 2025 model year, I'm assuming will be all electric. So this is it of the gasoline G70. Now, if we did have a little bit more time with the internal combustion engine, I would say I would definitely love to see a M3 kind of competitor, C63 competitor with the G70 with a more higher performing engine. That would be awesome if we get one of those, but unfortunately it has been scrapped. But that's basically all I have for you guys. And if you are looking for a G70, go down to your local Genesis dealership and make sure to test one out. And if you do test one out, test drive both the 2.0 and the 3.3 back to back to see which one suffices your needs better. Give you a little bit of a pull. Oh, you can hear a little bit of turbo noise. That is going to wrap up my video on the 2023 Genesis G70. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Chris signing out.